Hey, and welcome to MyPOVGuitar. My name is Brandon, and I'm your guide to help you learn to play guitar from your point of view, from the player's point of view. This takes so much of the mystery out of learning to play guitar. In this video, I want to show you 5 things that you can do to fast track your playing with chords so you don't get hung up in the beginning and set the guitar down. And of course, I'm going to show you from your point of view. Okay, so the overall theme of this video is going to be with your open chords, the chords you first learn as you're learning to play guitar. And what I want you to do is don't get hung up on the fact if you can't make the full chord. We're going to take G first, for example. There's a full G, but you can play a much easier version of that and nobody will be able to tell the difference. Now, eventually I want you to learn the full chord, but in the beginning, I don't want you getting hung up on, well, I hit it all but this string, and then, take it baby steps. So this version of the G, you're just going to take your middle finger on the top string and take your ring finger on the first string. Those are your 2 Gs. You also have the G on that 3rd string open. Now it's not as full as that, but you're already playing. No one can tell the difference, right? So there and there, what you're going to end up doing, you're probably going to mute that finger right there. It's probably going to mute the string under it, the 5th string, where you would normally place your index finger. Don't worry about it. I still play my G's this way, or I'll change my fingerings so I can do this, and I'm muting that every time. It's one string that you can sacrifice in that chord that doesn't make a huge amount of difference. The next chord is C. Now this gives beginners a lot of trouble, especially moving from G to C. I want you to take that same concept of that G and just drop your middle finger down a string to the 5th string and strum from there. G, C. Now this is a version of C at 9. And that is still easier to play for beginners than this. So later you can add that finger there, and those 2 fingers, or just one more. But it's basically a G drop down. So if you can do that, you can do the same thing with that easy G. And you can play that with 98% of the songs out there that say go to C, and you can play that. Again, not that much of a difference. It's best if you do that to mute the string under it. And if you don't have any trouble laying that index finger down on that 4th string, 2nd fret, go ahead and do that. But if not, again, I want you to eventually learn how to play the full C at 9 and the full C. But when you're just starting out, this will suffice, okay? The next chord is the D. Now this may not be a dime's worth of difference as far as the ease of playing, but it is when you're changing chords quickly. If you just want to play the D sus2, which is lifting your middle finger off that 1st string. There's the 3 chords I've taught you so far in this lesson, and it sounds great. not a big difference. The fourth chord I'm going to show you is the F. Now this gives every beginner on the planet headaches. And it has to do with pressing those first two strings down with one finger. If you just want to make your F, ring finger on the 3rd fret, 4th string, middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then index finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and play that open or mute it. It doesn't sound as good muted. You might need to stop your strumming from hitting that 1st string to get that sound right, but open. Again, not a dime's worth of difference in the sound. You can still get by with that. Again, I do want you to eventually learn to do that. And then when you get into bar chords, you can play your F like that to give it that fuller sound. But for the beginning, just do that. And the last trick to speed up your playing as a beginner is as you start to learn the full versions of these chords, this will help you immensely. And that is changing chords quickly. One big tip, and I still play this way, it will actually give your playing more flavor. You won't sound generic. Don't worry about strumming all the strings with that first strum in time when you're changing chords quickly. If you're making up the full chord and you think, I've got to hit everything, worry about the bass note on the first strum, your root note. So for the G, let's say we're going from G to D. Notice there's a delay. If you're struggling to make the full chords, that little delay will give you time to get your fingers right. It doesn't all have to be perfect on the first strum. Just get to the bass note in time. Keep time with whatever song you're trying to play. See, I decided to add that later, but it was like 3 strums in. See, I still had trouble making that C then. E major. So get in the habit of just hitting the root note, the bass note first, because you're going to form your chord starting with that anyway and then making the high notes later. So if you're having trouble making your chords as you're strumming, just know that the way you strum might give you a little time to find all the strings. I hope this lesson helped you, and if you want more like it, go to MyPOVGuitar.com. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.